Order.
Definitely. My whole thing is, I'm looking for the stoppage, and my whole thing is I want to clear out the division. That's been my goal for the longest. So, I want Manny Pacquiao. I still want Keith Thurman. I want Danny Garcia. I want Terrence Crawford. So, I want the top names. I want the top guys in the division. And then once I finish that goal, I'll move up and, conquer another division.
Wow. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I was just listening to the audio from the Errol Spence versus Sean Porter press conference, right? And Errol Spence said that he wants to clear out the division, and he wanted Sean Porter, which he's fighting. He still wants to fight Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford. Notice how he said Terence Crawford. Look, my thing is, you want to clear out the division. You wanted Sean Porter. You still want Keith Thurman. You want Danny Garcia, you want Manny Pacquiao, and then you want, at the very, very, very end, you want Terence Crawford. I'm going to assume, okay, that Errol Spence said that in this particular order because that's how he wanted. I mean, that's how he talks about the boxing landscape anyway in the welterweight division. You noticed he called all the PBC fighters first, even the fighters that were beaten. Keith Thurman's beaten. Keith Thurman doesn't have a belt. He doesn't have the WBA Super no more. Why would he want to fight him now? Why would you put him priority over Terence Crawford? Danny Garcia, same shit. He doesn't have a belt either. Right? I could get the Manny Pacquiao. You're already fighting Sean Porter, so you shouldn't even have to include Sean Porter, right? And then you bring the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford, #1 pound-for-pound fighter. You stick his ass at the very end of the list. Do you guys think that is by coincidence? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, to me, I'm seeing more and more excuses and stuff like this that makes me convinced that Errol Spence does not want to fight Terence Crawford. And if I was to guess, if he doesn't get that Pacquiao fight, and people don't understand something about Pacquiao, Pacquiao had his own power and influence coming to the PBC side. He still had all those fans. He still had all that support. Yeah, he was able to fight Matisse, Broner, Thurman. He was able to fight these guys now, but understand, he came with a lot of stuff himself, a lot of juice, okay? Pacquiao had a lot of juice coming on the PBC side. So there's a good chance that Errol Spence might not even get that fight. He might fight Khan for all we know. You don't know that. See what I'm saying? Because Khan sure the hell wants to fight him at that point, you know? But my thing is, it's like you're talking about fighting everyone except Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford should have been at first. He should have been first priority. He is the champ. He mentioned 2 names on that list that weren't even champs, people. I want to clean out the division. Now, I noticed he didn't say he would want to unify, but he's unifying now. Go for undisputed, right? So, yeah, Manny Pacquiao has the WBA, and then he's fighting for the other belt, which is the WBC, and he has the IBF. I get that, but then, why are you wasting time fighting Keith Thurman? First of all, nobody wants to see that fight no more. And if people did want to see that fight, that has blown by people. Nobody wants to see Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. Nobody. Okay, and matter of fact, I'm going to put up a poll today to see who you want Errol Spence to fight more. And that's a no-brainer anyway. But anyway, I will do that just to prove a point. Okay. And in fact, I'll do it before I post this video, so we'll have a clear cut. So it'll be before this video is even released, right? Because I don't release these videos when I make them. I make them and then later on I release them. Okay, so, you know, a lot of people are like, what took you so long? No, I'm actually doing it in real time, but I just don't post them when I make them. Okay. But Errol Spence, you know, he's just not showing me what, first of all, who he used to be or who he claimed to be before. And it's almost like he's doing a Keith Thurman redo. It's the Redux, the Keith Thurman Redux, the new story of Errol Spence. Errol Spence now is saying all the people that he wanted, and then the very people that he should be struggling to fight to be pound for pound number one. You know, honestly, guys, fuck all those other belts. Really. If you don't fight and beat Terence Crawford, what does those other belts matter? Those guys are not pound for pound fighters. You know what I'm saying? ESPN said, oh yeah, Errol Spence is the best number one welterweight. Okay, he's not best pound for pound, he isn't. That's the difference. You know? And if Errol Spence wanted to be the best fighter in the world instead of just the division, he would be worried about beating the best fighter in the world that happens to be the champ. So if he beats him, he gets the belt like he claims he wants, and he gets the juice, and he gets the respect. Because now he's beat the guy that was considered pound for pound the best fighter in the world, right? Parallel, over or under Lomachenko, right? And I think he's over because he's did more with his career, right? But, you know, of course, that's the pound for pound list is a living, breathing organism. So, yeah, it changes. It fluctuates. I get it. But if Errol Spence claims he wants to be the best fighter or the best welterweight, okay, beat the best fighter pound for pound that is a welterweight champion. That's easy. That's an easy way. And look, and it's so funny with these PBC fighters. They won't accept challenges where they got all the opportunities right there at their fucking fingertips. You know what I mean? Wilder had he had every opportunity to be undisputed, and he didn't take it for all those millions. Errol Spence claims that he wants to be the best welterweight. Well, you got the pound for pound best fighter in the world that is a welterweight champion. And he's not taking it. He's looking at every other avenue first. That's the problem. And if you think first, what makes you think if he's last, what makes you think he's really an option anyway? I don't think Terence Crawford is really a true option for Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. You know, I think that Errol Spence has a game plan set aside by Al Heyman, and Al Heyman is this guy. He's orchestrating these fights for Errol Spence. And if you look at Errol Spence, he looks like a fucking middleweight. He looks a lot bigger than he did last year. His face is filled in. I don't honestly think. I think that the excuse will be that when Errol Spence fights Sean Porter, then he'll probably get a Garcia fight, right? Because they're not going to go anywhere near Crawford. They're not going to do that. By that time, he'll complain about making weight, then he'll move to 154, right? They'll put him in there. By that time, Erislandy Lara will probably be too old. He'll be 35, 36 years old. He won't be able to move, and then they'll throw a tough guy or supposedly a tough guy in like Lara. But Lara will be too old, just like they did Ortiz with Wilder. You see what I'm saying? Look, it's a process. It's a vicious cycle, and then that's the way they're going to run it. So Errol Spence in the next couple fights, he will go to fight Lara or somebody like that at 154, and that will allow him to duck Terence Crawford at 147. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.